All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. Welcome to AVEVA Live by Wonderware, California. Hopefully everybody can see and hear us pretty well. We're excited to have you here today. A lot of great content, a lot of great folks here to present a tremendous amount of new things from AVEVA. So let's get through it. Gotta make sure I stay on my timer, otherwise everybody's gonna be upset with me. So today's theme, my PowerPoint will play here, hold on. Thank you. Today's themes, we're going to talk about a lot of great things today. One is first is the edge to enterprise and a lot of updates in our SCADA platform and system platform. A lot of folks are eager to hear about that. I don't know if anybody's seen the 2020 release, but it's out there, a tremendous amount of stuff in there. Also, we're going to be talking about asset performance and predictive analytics, a lot of the great AVEVA engineering tools. We've seen quite a pickup in the marketplace and interest in what AVEVA can deliver for engineering tools. So there's quite a lot of interesting things to see there. Before we get into those themes, a couple of other things here. One question I get all the time, a lot is, where did Wonderware go? I've heard the joke a couple times of Wonderware went. So if you feel like taking that joke and using it, please do. Wonderware isn't gone, it's still here. It's just been rebranded. We even dug up an old InTouch logo there from the factory suite days. So quite a lot of, going back in the day there. But AVEVA has just changed the branding. And so these products are still here. You're going to hear about InTouch today. You might see AVEVA InTouch HMI, formerly Wonderware, or AVEVA Historian, formerly Wonderware Historian. The Wonderware products are here. They've been here since 1987. Everything's still in place. They're not going anywhere. So nobody needs to feel like anything's been legacy or obsoleted. There's a tremendous amount of new development into the Wonderware products, even though you won't hear us use those names anymore. There's a lot of things you can do, and Wonderware is very committed to keep investing in those products. So even if you have original Wonderware tools from the 90s, some folks still have that out there, or the early 2000s, all of those products, there's a technical, there's a commercial migration path for all of these installations. Don't be concerned. Just because there's a lot of rebranding going on doesn't mean you have anything to worry about. So we're pretty excited about all of this. So what's in our theme today? What's in some of our what are we going to talk about today? One of the big things you'll hear from AVEVA is what's called edge to enterprise visibility. AVEVA's got so many great tools in the monitoring and control space. If you start down at the bottom there on edge, I know a lot of folks are using what was called, it used to be called InTouch Machine Edition, then got branded InTouch Edge, and now it's called AVEVA Edge, but at the very bottom, it's even called AVEVA IoT View. So you can actually run Edge on different platforms other than Windows. And if you move up, Edge is also an excellent tool for HMIs on machines, on lines, on equipment. Even often we're using Edge as small scale SCADA. Then you have InTouch in the middle as plant. Also for your folks that are using SciTech, same kind of thing. System platform, either higher level at a facility or an entire campus or multi-site. And then we've got a lot of great things to talk about today for AVEVA in the cloud. So this entire range of edge to enterprise visibility, it's pretty exciting stuff. One of the great things you'll see in this entire theme here is that the tools that you use, you can leverage that engineering effort all the way through. So things that you do in Edge down at the bottom, maybe on a local panel or something like that, you can leverage those efforts up in the cloud. So really preserving your effort, really minimizing your engineering time, and using everything going forward. One video we show a lot of folks have probably seen this, but this is ADNOC out in Abu Dhabi. Can't wait to see Michelle Klein's presentation. We're seeing a tremendous amount of interest in what's called the Unified Operations Center or an Enterprise Operations Center. I mean, if you look at that screen on the wall there, that's actually one OMI, Wonderware AVEVA OMI application. So it's really quite impressive what can be done these days with visualization. The demand from folks to create these unified operations centers, taking different applications, taking different things, moving them all into one place so you have common visibility. There's a lot of demand in the market for that. So if you're interested in this, please talk to us. We can really help you move to this kind of path. You don't need something this size, obviously, but hey, if you have the space and you can afford it, maybe you're a large oil company, why not? So what are some of the big drivers you're going to see for the 2020 release today? There's been a lot of changes commercially. I'm sure a lot of you folks have been around the Wonderware family for a long time. You're probably very interested to hear some of the commercial changes, even some things on customer experience that changes quite a bit, and a lot of technology innovations. I'm sure our presenters will talk to you about a lot of these things. Just from the customer experience side, if you haven't taken advantage of it, there's a tremendous amount of free e-learning that's out there. So you'll get You can go on and get free training online. A lot of the training sessions that you used to have to pay for that were part of support, they're actually free now, so that's really exciting. There's a lot of different services that we offer for monitoring and other things, so take a look for some of these concepts out there. In commercial flexibility, we're going to talk quite a bit about that today. If you haven't heard about it, a lot of the different unlimited platforms we have these days, whether it's unlimited IO, unlimited clients, unlimited scalability, and this is across many different product lines. So not just individual products, but the same concept's been applied across the entire AVEVA product line. Pretty exciting there. And then different technology innovations. There's so many things to see out there, whether it's running on Linux rather than Windows operating systems, things for MQTT, different kinds of cloud concepts, a tremendous amount of machine learning and AI, responsive design, all kinds of things, how to go mobile. There's so much technology, it's almost overwhelming. So we're really excited to present that today. If you haven't seen Flex today, you should take a look at this. This is a new commercial program from AVEVA. What is Flex about? It's basically about having credits. So you can use different kinds of credits and just keep moving along. Maybe you want to change your platform, your program, and you can take what you're using. If it's not what you need, you can actually have the flexibility to change and alter what you're using so you can keep moving and try some different products out. We've got a number of customers on this. Some of the unlimited capability in here, some of the scalability that comes with Flex is pretty exciting for a lot of people. So it actually offers really quite, as it says, a lot of flexibility that you may not get some of the other licensing models. These kinds of concepts even apply to good old InTouch, which is probably surprising for a lot of folks. So even the same InTouch has been around for quite a long time. You're going to see changes in the InTouch license model going out in the marketplace to things like InTouch Unlimited, or for different tiers, for InTouch Pro, for standard, for even local. So even InTouch, if you folks have just traditional InTouch, it's been around for a long time. Tag-based InTouch, there's been a lot of updates to the commercial model. So that's pretty exciting too. So don't think that you've been left behind. It's all there for you as well. One question I like to ask to a lot of folks, and I've actually had this question asked to me, and so I got to say I learned it from someone else, but where are you in your cloud journey? To think that even in this industry, for industrial customers, that we're not going to be using the cloud, maybe as our primary platform, is probably a little short-sighted. I think a few years from now, we're all going to look back and maybe we won't be doing control in the cloud, but the majority of maybe our data tools, mobile visualization, casual users, these other concepts, I think we're all going to be seeing things in the cloud as really maybe our go-to, our first space where we start, doing some of these projects or these platforms. I mean, what you're seeing in front of you is AVEVA Insight, pretty mature product, got 8+ years of development as a native cloud application. Really no one else in the entire market space can really talk about this kind of history and success with here. So if you're not using something like this, you should really take a pretty quick look at it. It's pretty interesting stuff. And just to get a little bit of perspective, and we have a good presentation around this today, AVEVA's got a tremendous amount of tools and products in the cloud already. I mean, if you look here, what's called AVEVA Connect, just even on the engineering side, there's 5 or 6 different products that are in the cloud already. Everything from simulation, operator training, design, construction, things like that. Even in the operation space for us, where you can do OE in the cloud, you have a lot of predictive in the cloud. We'll talk about that today. And as I was showing you, trending, historization, there's learning, there's development in the cloud, tech support in the cloud. So a tremendous amount of stuff in the cloud these days. Oops, Insight Analytics. Sorry, my slide jumped ahead. Predictive Analytics, hot subject out there. Even if you look at the circles in the middle, there's a lot of different concepts that we offer for around predictive analytics or condition management. One of the most basic things you'll see at the bottom of very down at the bottom says newsfeed, artificial intelligence. When you use our cloud platform Insight, you get this concept automatically. It's unsupervised machine learning. So it looks at your data for you, you do nothing, and it says, hey, here's some anomalies. So look for things like that. Above that, you have condition management or condition-based rules where individual users, even from their mobile phone, can create their own rules around data. So that's pretty exciting. Another concept we've been talking about is a little bit more of this advanced newsfeed analytics, where it'll learn the trends and actually let you take some of these alerts that you've created and these condition rules and really do some deeper dives there. And then above that is what we call supervised machine learning. That's where you take your experts and when you take that data, you train it over various amounts of time, a lot of historical data, and really try to drive some performance improvement, asset improvements with this intelligence in the cloud. So take a look out for this stuff. It's pretty exciting. You can do a tremendous amount with it. There's definitely a big push in the market space from some of the other parts of AVEVA. A lot of folks here probably aren't too familiar with all the things that AVEVA does, but AVEVA's got a tremendous portfolio, especially on the engineering side. You know, you hear us talk about things like 3D engineering, but if you look down at the scale at the bottom, and what we're seeing these days is, you know, in that middle is where most of us have lived on this call for that 30 years of monitor and control real-time operations in the middle. Or now we're starting to see, if you go to the left, that when people are engineering and constructing assets, equipment, machinery, plants, infrastructure, they're trying to use the data and the information and the data management they create during those engineering cycles actually in operations, and actually to create these true digital twins. So we've got a tremendous amount of tools that let you start your digital journey well before operations and control phase. So talk to us about some of these things. You'll actually see a lot of that today in some of our presentations. Just the view of what's involved in a digital twin. You know, you have all this history of an asset, you know, some of the engineering data, a lot of real-time data, and it's a digital representation of a physical asset. Just got to keep moving along here. So some of the other tools have actually been pretty popular. If you came to some of our road shows last year, we showed you this AVEVA LFM. It's a software tool for scanning, laser measurement. And we can come out to your facilities, even brownfield facilities, and measure and laser scan, so that you can have real-time views of physical infrastructure and actually even show you here on your mobile devices. So a lot of tremendous tools in the AVEVA family. Maybe you can use some of them today. Talk to us about them. You're going to hear quite a lot of different presentations today. So it should be some interesting stuff. So that's